welcome back to my channel. My name is Lisa Hart, this is Lisa Hart Fitness, and we are closing out week 7 of our 8-week beginner program with another full body workout. This workout is going to be 35 seconds of work, 25 seconds of rest. We're going to be doing 10 moves again, 5 standing, 5 on the floor, with the use of a pair of dumbbells, a resistance band, and no other equipment. Make sure you've got some water at hand. We're going to get started with the warm-up in just 10 seconds. We're going to start with some shuffles, so move to one side of your mat. Off we go. Into the middle and squat. Into reverse lunge. Take your time. And lat raise with a step back. Bend at the waist, and we're going to reach for some windmills.
A couple 100 miles away, denying that something has changed.
And then last, into that warrior 2. So reach over to one side, turn the palm, raise up.
Baby, just so I can make it through the night. Yeah.
Come out, center, other side. Reach the palm up.
Talk about what's on our mind.
Lower down and rest. So we're going to keep our legs nice and wide for the first move. We're going to do a cross jack. So you're going to cross your feet in front. The back foot, you're going to reach down. You can slow it down by doing a tap in front and then reach down, tap in front and then reach down. So level it up to what you want to do. 2, 1, Go.
Hey, I don't get what this is about. You got my head spinning on my shoulders. I feel a burn inside of my chest. See the lines as they blur out. I can feel it knocking me out. You're bringing me higher and higher in every way. And all of my doubts, I can feel them, they're fading away. Oh, you're like a fantasy. I know this can't be real. I'm falling way down all the loop.
Okay, so grab one dumbbell. We've got 3 moves coming up back to back. First is going to be an upright row. So you need to place your hands over the dumbbell to start off with. We're going to pull the dumbbell up to our chin and then lower back down. Try not to raise the shoulders. If we feel confident, we're going to use 2 for the second round. Off we go.
Wait, you gotta tell me what you did. I saw the world turning in my mind. Oh, yesterday you pulled the rug under my feet. Said I'm trying to wake me up. What if I'm making it all up? Yeah. You're bringing me higher and higher in every way. Yeah. And all of my doubts, I can feel them, they're fading away. Oh, you're like a fantasy. I know this can't be real.
And rest. So we're going to keep with the one dumbbell. Next we're going to do a squat. So keep the dumbbell by your chin. As you come up, you're going to push into a shoulder press, making sure that the dumbbell comes in front of your face as you elevate up. You can, without doing the elevation, hold it for the squat. Keep the dumbbell at your chin. You can also keep the squat with the dumbbell between your knees as you lower down. Off we go. So complete the squat and then shoulder press. The second time around, we'll see if we can link the moves into one fluid motion.
Cause you got me feeling like I'm lucid dreaming, got me flying high. Cause I can't believe.
Rest, pick up your other dumbbell. We're going to be doing bicep curls. Remember, for the bicep curl, we want the hands with the palms facing towards the ceiling. We have no movement forwards and backwards as we're completing the curl. Pin it to your side as much as possible. We are only seeing rotation at the elbow, so it's like your pivot point. 2, 1, off we go. Control it on the way down. Don't just let the weight drop as you come back down to your starting point.
You know we live for the music. We are breathing love. And tonight we will fight for the rhythm of our life, and we'll always.
Okay, rest. Place the dumbbells down. Next we're going to do a cross toe reach. So I did this quite a few times in my prenatal workouts. I will place the link to my prenatal playlist in the box above. But for the cross toe reach, you are simply kicking your foot up into the air and reaching the heel of your foot with every kick. Off we go.
We're fighting for our love tonight. We're fighting.
The prenatal workouts are great if you haven't worked out previously, and if you're just trying to find extra workouts in between the 3 that we're currently doing. Also, we've recently discovered that you're pregnant. It's a great series to follow along with.
We are breathing love. And tonight we will fight for the rhythm of our.
And rest. So we're going back into those modified cross jabs. So you've got 1 or 2 ways that you can do it. You can cross the foot in front. When you bring the foot out, you can reach down to the foot that was in front, or you can reach down to the foot that was behind. It doesn't really matter, just think of the pattern that you're creating. And remember, tone it down by stepping in front and then reaching down. Off we go.
We're fighting for our love tonight.
You can take your time as you're reaching down.
We're fighting for love.
And reach down as far as comfortable it is to you. So don't feel that you have to touch the floor, even if you reach knee level. But still causing some movement at the hips. And rest. So pick up 2 dumbbells if you want to. If not, stick with the one for your upright row. We're using different muscles with dumbbells, so if you do feel like a slight stretch across your chest after your workout the next day, that's just the effect of DOMS. It's the delay of onset of muscle soreness. Off we go. So that's something completely natural, and if you actually find that you're getting that and it's not completely burning, it's actually really beneficial because it's showing you worked hard enough. And you don't always get it, so if you don't get DOMS, it doesn't necessarily mean you have a bad workout, but normally you get it if you are training hard or training in a new area that you haven't trained before.
You get everybody staring for days.
Don't raise the shoulders. Remember to try and keep those shoulders down. You can bring the arms up further if you can. Reaching down. Drop one dumbbell for that squat with the press. So we said this time we're going to make it more fluid. So as an example, when we squat down, as we come up, we push with the squat. So we use the squat to drive the arms up for the press. More worn out in these workouts. 1, off we go. So as you come up, exhale out, and that tells you to engage your core as you're breathing out. Pick up the other dumbbell for our bicep curls. One thing to remember as well for the bicep curl, if you're trying to expand your chest, so don't allow the dumbbells to drive you in and around the shoulders. Make sure that you are pulling back and elevating that chest during the move. Off we go. You can also do 1 dumbbell at a time. If 2 is too challenging.
And I get to know you much better. It don't matter how much time it takes. I just can't keep up. Whoa, I just can't keep up. Can't keep up. I just can't keep up. Oh, baby, I just can't keep up. I just can't keep up.
And rest. Placing the dumbbells down. Back for that cross toe touch. So take some nice deep breaths. Get that heart rate down ever so slightly if you feel like it's been raising up through these moves. And shake anything out that feels a bit tight, especially with the arms using the dumbbells for those 3 consecutive moves. Off we go. So set your own pace. I picked up the pace for the second round, but if you need to, just slow it down because you are compromising stability and balance by going on to 1 foot.
You're so wild, I'm not gonna fight it. Hypnotized, stuck inside my mind because you gotta be.
And join me on the floor for the floor section. Okay, so we're going to do a kneeling wood chop. So what you need to do is come up and have a staggered stance, so a bit like you're doing a hip flexor stretch. You're going to have 1 dumbbell in your hand. You can do it without the dumbbell to start off with, and you're simply going to raise it over your head and to the side. So as if you're trying to make a diagonal line from your left side down to your right if your left foot is in front. Off we go. So try not to twist at the hips at the moment. We're just trying to stabilise everything. As we get more advanced, you can add a bit of a twist into your move. But right now, really focus on bringing that dumbbell over your head into the side. So you can drop the weight, and you can bring it over and across. If you've got a resistance band, you can also do it with a resistance band as well.
Sand the skin so close to mine. You gotta be.
And rest. Okay, so what you need to do is to get into a quadruped position. We're going to do some shoulder taps. So make sure that your back is nice and neutral. We're going to raise one arm at a time to tap the opposing shoulder. I'll show it from more of a diagonal view. You could do it from here. And just watch out for the banging. And off we go.
You go free.
So really take your time with the taps. Try and have it so that your wrists, elbows and shoulders are in line with one another. I'm just going to come to the side now.
My love, I lose my head because of you, and I don't know what to do.
And rest. So bring the legs in, grab your resistance band. We've got 3 moves on our back now. So the first one we're going to do is a glute bridge with an abduction. So we've done the seated abduction. This time we're going to raise up into a glute bridge, and at the top, pulse the legs out and then return to the beginning. Off we go. If this is too challenging to have the combination move, simply have the resistance band and raise up and down for the glute bridge. And when you feel confident, add the abduction, because you're holding your glute bridge for longer by adding the combination move.
Picking up a love.
Remember to sink that back into the floor, particularly the lower back as we're coming back down.
Yeah, we just wanna have fun. The trunk's full of wine. We're gonna stay up, have the time of.
Okay, release the band. We've got 2 abdominal base moves. The first one is our crunch. We've done our crunch before. Just remember, you are isolating that core region. We're not trying to pull up using our arms. We are not trying to use momentum. Everything is isolated at the abdominal, at the stomach region. Off we go.
Let's sing along to every song. We don't need nobody's attention, don't need nobody else in our zone.
Double leg lifts. Now there's 3 variations for this. You can either do just a single leg lift and lower. You can do a double, so you bring one leg up, bring the other and then lower down. Or you can try and lift both at the same time. I'm going to just run through why you shouldn't do this one necessarily though. Off we go. Okay, so the reason why we go from single leg lifts to combined, and then if we can, lift in double, is because we need to check for this coning. So as we lift both legs up, we're putting a lot of intra-abdominal pressure onto the abdominal region. And if we are doing that and we feel like there is coning, so there's like a dome in the midline of the body, we are suffering from diastasis recti, and that needs to be corrected before engaging in more difficult moves.
We came to party all night long. Let's sing along to every.
And rest. So come up nice and slowly. We're going to do the wood chop again. So I'm going to show it from a side view this time, just to give you some context. So we want to have 2 90-degree angles. We are tucking that bum in and under, and we're going to make sure that we have a neutral alignment in the spine. We're going to raise it up over our head and then bring it back down. You can hold the ends of the dumbbell or you can hold it in the middle.
Tonight I'll reach out and touch the sky. In the city of angels, feels like I'm coming home. With my head up in the clouds, I am searching for something, and I'm still hoping. 'Cause I wanna be in.
Okay, into the shoulder taps. Just as a reminder, if you've had a C-section, you're recovering from pregnancy and you're doing these workouts, if at any point you feel like a pinging or real pain in the movement you're doing, please make sure that you're stopping, resting, and then regressing down. So for the wood chops, do it without any dumbbells, for example. So into the shoulder taps. Off we go. So for the shoulder taps, if you want to build it up to be more difficult, you need to just have further between the hands and the knees.
Feeling like a rock star.
This is a great move to get you in preparation for the plank. It gets you to figure out your alignment for your back for like a push-up. It also looks at like hand placement for push-ups, so it's a really beneficial move. And as you can tell, I'm out of breath doing it. And rest. So coming in onto our backs, grab your band wherever you're throwing it. In for that glute bridge with abduction. So similar, like I just said, with the kneeling and wood chop. If you've had a C-section or if you've had a birth recently, you need to make sure that this is stabilised when you're doing any move. Off we go.
Get tattoos without colors in a place where
Glute bridges are really beneficial postnatally and definitely in the recovery period, but you don't want to push it too far, so you might find that you reduce the range in which you glute bridge up and down at the start.
make this all count. Feeling like a rock star, 'cause tonight I'm getting out of line and it's alright. Feeling like feeling like just as cool as John Wayne in his movies. Feeling like I'm James Dean and I know it. Feeling like
And rest. Okay, next we're going into those crunches, so remember to make sure that the core is activated, that we are only lifting the head as far up as we need to without feeling like we're pushing ourselves up and driving up. And it'll actually benefit you and make your core stronger by not engaging everything else. Off we go. Double leg lifts. Remember the 3 stages, pick the one that suits you. Don't try and do something that's too dangerous too early on. Just checking I'm in camera. Off we go. Strain your neck, because that adds some assistance with the curling motion. And rest. So place the feet out, legs down. Rotate those feet in and out. Bring one leg in. Bring one leg in. flex the foot. Bring it across your body as far as you can. You're tight in the groin region, into your glutes, quads, hammies, all that area. It'll be harder to push further over. Release. Other leg up. Flex the foot. And reach over. Okay, coming in, holding both knees, slight rocking. Okay, coming up into those toe reaches, so arms over the head, reaching forward. With one leg. And the other side. Reach up over your head. Come down to your heart. Reach across. Switch arms. Stretch out the chest. So just place your hand just behind. And grab one knee and look backwards. Switch arms and switch positions. Release that back, release the tension. And rest. So huge thank you. You have completed week 7. We have got one more week until we have completed our first ever beginner program on this channel, so that's super exciting. If you enjoyed it, if you've been following along, if you've been doing the workouts, please let me know how you've been feeling about them in the comment section below. It would be great to get some feedback on how you guys have been doing during this program. If you enjoyed this video, make sure that you do give it a like, hit that subscribe button. We have 3 more workouts coming out next week, but for me, it's bye for now.
You know we live for the music.